May adlaw na tong tanan. Are you having pain or tingling sensation on your hand? If you are, then you might have carpal tunnel syndrome. In this video, I am going to show you exercises and stretches to relieve the pain from your carpal tunnel syndrome. Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm your occupational therapist, and my goal is to help you be more consistent with your therapy at home. Carpal tunnel syndrome is caused by pressure at the median nerve. You'll feel tingling sensation or numbness from the palm side towards the middle of your ring finger. This is more common in women than men because the carpal tunnel is narrower in women than in men. There are several factors that might cause the damage of the median nerve. It could be a dislocation of the wrist or a fracture caused by a fall. It could also be diabetes. It could also be obesity or water retention. It can also be arthritis or repetitive movements when you are using tools, when you are working, and sometimes they will also tell you that it could also be because of too much typing or using a mouse when you are working on your computer a lot. These factors would cause the carpal tunnel to narrow, which irritates the structures passing through that carpal tunnel. When those structures are inflamed, it will irritate the median nerve, which causes the pain, the numbness, or the tingling sensation, and sometimes it might even waste away the muscles. It will be very evident at the thenar eminence or the fatty side of your thumb. Occupational therapy can help you with exercises or stretches that can relieve the pain from your carpal tunnel syndrome. To relieve the pain, you might want to take a break from that trigger, that activity that caused the pain of your carpal tunnel, and then you want to ice it. So how I like to ice it is I freeze a bottle of water, and then I'm going to just put ice or roll that bottled water in that area where there is pain. And I do this maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So icing the area where there is pain, all right, for 10 to 15 minutes. And that is icing. The next way to relieve the pain of your carpal tunnel syndrome is going to be a massage using a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. So you're going to put the ball on the table and you're just going to roll your forearm at the area where there is pain. So do this maybe a minute or two. Don't overdo it because that might cause you to have bruising or even exacerbate the pain, right? So do this for a minute or two. Now, if you don't have access to a ball like that, all you want to do is make a fist, put it on the table, and just glide that area of your forearm where you have that pain. All right? So you're just going to glide it there. Now, if that is too difficult or if that is too painful, you're just going to just go back and forth, massaging it with just two fingers. You can also go side to side or in circles. All right? So that is massaging the area to relieve the pain of your carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, if you really need to do those repetitive movements, you might want to consider a wrist brace. You might want to wear one, and I like the lighter one, the short and lighter one, right? Because you don't want to attract attention or you don't want to have people looking at you, right? So I like the smaller and lighter one. I'm going to leave you a link at the description box so you can get it, okay? So what you want to do is to put your thumb through the hole like that and then wrap it around your wrist as tight as you can tolerate. And this will prevent your wrist from moving around, going to flexion or extension, and you don't want it moving around, right? So keep it as tight as you can. And that is wearing a wrist brace. Now let's do a little bit of stretching. So the first stretch is going to be the median nerve stretch. So what you want to do is going to put your arms straight towards your side and your palm facing up, fingers pointing down, all right? Hold it for 30 seconds. Now, if that is not enough stretch, you're going to just lean your head towards the opposite side and hold it for 30 seconds. If that wasn't enough, you might want to do this. So you're going to be close to a wall. You put your hand on the wall and then you face away like this. All right? You should feel that stretch. And again, hold it for 30 seconds. Okay? So that is the median nerve stretch. Next one is going to be the median nerve release. So the first position is going to be the forearm facing down, palm facing down. Hold it for 5 seconds and then bring the palm closer to the fingers like that, like you're holding a puppet. Hold it for 5 seconds. All right? Now turn your forearm over with your hand like holding a puppet still, but upside down. Hold it for 5 seconds and then extend your thumb. Point the fingers down, then grab the thumb from under your hand. Hold it again for 5 seconds. You should feel the release doing this activity. Again, this is the median nerve release. Now let's do exercises that will strengthen your wrist and prevent the carpal tunnel syndrome from reoccurring. So get you a canned soup or canned food, about a pound to 1.5 pounds in weight. You put your arm or your forearm on the table and let your wrist hang. All right? Next, you're going to put that or hold the canned food and let your wrist hang there. You're going to help your wrist in going up, and then you control the movement in going down. So this is the eccentric wrist extension. All right? Let's try to do 10 of these. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's do the opposite, which is the eccentric wrist flexion. So you're going to hang your wrist again. Let it hang like that. You're going to help your hand in curling up. This is also wrist curls. And then slowly bend your wrist going downwards like that. All right? Let's do 10. Control the movement going down. And this is 1. Help your hand going up. 2. Slowly down. Up. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more time. 10. And that is controlled wrist flexion. Now let's do ulnar and radial deviation. So we're going to just move our wrist side to side like this. And the other variation is going up and down like that. Okay? So I still like my forearm supported. So everything is tight except for the wrist, which is what we are trying to exercise, right? So first we're going to do the side to side, ulnar and radial deviation, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, we're going to do the forearm in neutral position. So the thumb is up on top like this. Hold your canned food in neutral position, and then you go up and down like so. All right? So let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These exercises should strengthen your wrist. So there you go. Those are the exercises and stretches that you can do to relieve the pain of your carpal tunnel syndrome. Additional prevention would be when you really need to work on a computer and working on a mouse. You might want to consider correcting the posture. Get you an adjustable chair so that your elbow is 90 degrees and your forearm is nice and comfortable. Get you some wrist supports. You don't want your wrist to be excessively bent like that or excessively bent downwards. Alright? Now, if you also need to do repetitive movements, you cannot help it, but it is part of your job or it's part of your daily tasks. Try to take frequent breaks. Like if you need to turn a screwdriver a lot, take a break. Alright? Take a break for maybe a minute, especially when you feel that pain. Alright? Now, when you are also sleeping, this carpal tunnel syndrome occurs even when you're sleeping. It will wake you up. So what you want to do is to hang that hand downwards and it will relieve the pain because gravity will work towards your advantage. It will act as a traction, passive traction when you are sleeping and your arm is hanging at the side of the bed. Alright? So if you find this video helpful, please click on the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up as well. Don't forget that notification bell too. And just a reminder, consistency is the key and never give up. Alright? Until next time, paalam!